Welcome back to the Breakdown series. In this part, we are continuing exactly where we left off, keeping everything clear, simple, and easy to follow. So let's jump straight in. Okay, so the next sentence is, it was not that he felt any emotion akin to love for Erin Adler. So it was not that he felt any emotion akin to love for Erin Adler. Let me play this sentence one more time.
It was not that he felt any emotion akin to love for Erin Adler.
So let me just analyze this sentence. It was not that he felt any emotion akin to love for Erin Adler. So he didn't feel anything like love toward Erin Adler. The sentence emphasizes that his feelings were not romantic. Okay, he didn't feel anything like love toward Erin Adler. It was not that he felt any emotion akin to love for Erin Adler. Emotion, a feeling, happiness, anger, fear, love, etc. So feeling, sentiment, passion, synonyms. Neutral, very common everyday word. Akin to, similar to, like. Akin to, it's a good one. Akin to, similar to, comparable to, like. It's formal and literary and similar to. Love, a strong affection and romantic feeling. Everyone knows that. It was not that. It was not that, meaning a structure used to deny one idea before explaining the real reason. Oh, it's a really good structure to learn. It was not that. A structure used to deny one idea before explaining the real reason. Some synonyms, it's not because. It's not that. The reason isn't that. So neutral, common in storytelling. It was not that. Some grammar, it was not that. Introductory clause used to reject an assumption. It was not that he felt any emotion akin to love for Erin Adler. So emotion akin to love, noun plus adjective phrase meaning a feeling similar to love. A feeling similar to love. Emotion akin to love. So emotion akin to love means a feeling similar to love. Something that is really similar to love, akin to. So proper noun, Erin Adler, name of the character. So natural English, the phrase "it was not that" sounds like a storyteller clarifying something. Akin to adds a formal, old-fashioned tone. The structures build suspense. First deny love, then explain his real feelings. He showed no emotion during the speech. His voice was full of emotion. That movie always brings out strong emotion. His reaction was akin to panic. It was similar to panic. So, yes, his reaction was akin to panic. It means his reaction was similar to panic. The taste is akin to chocolate. Her smile felt akin to sunshine. It means her smile is like it feels like sunshine. Love, they felt in love quickly. He wrote her a love letter. Love can make people act strangely. It's not that I dislike him. I just tried. It's not that I dislike him. I'm just tried. Sorry. It's not that I dislike him. I'm just tired. It's not that she was wrong. We just disagree. It's not that I can't go. I have other plans. It's not that. It means the reason isn't that thing. I have other plans. Some useful pattern is not that plus a clause useful for correcting misunderstanding. Okay, just to clarify something to someone. It's not that. Emotion plus akin to plus noun past simple for past states. He felt nothing. Similar to, like for comparison. So pronunciation akin, stress on kin, akin. emotion, stress on emotion, connected speech, feltony, often sound like feltony. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next expression. Next sentence, oh sorry.
All emotions, and that one particularly, were abhorrent to his cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind.
Okay, one more time.
All emotions, and that one particularly, were abhorrent to his cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind.
Okay, it says that all emotions, and that one particularly were abhorrent to his cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind. Okay, why I think I need to replay the sentence again to just learn some pronunciation. It's hard for me to pronounce some words, so let's see.
All emotions, and that one particularly,
okay, let's shadow.
abhorrent to his cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind. He was, I take it, the most perfect to love for Irving Adler.
All emotions, and that particularly were abhorrent to his cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind.
The most perfect reason.
Okay, let's analyze this one. This sentence. It's a good one. Okay. This sentence is full of good vocabularies. All emotions, and that one particularly, were abhorrent to his cold, precise, and admirably balanced mind. So he disliked all emotions, especially the one just mentioned, love. Okay, he disliked all emotion. His mind was logical, controlled, and balanced, so emotions felt unpleasant or wrong to him. Okay, let's first of all, let's just check a couple of vocabulary in the Cambridge Dictionary, just to deepen our understandings. Abhorrent. Abhor. So abhor means something. Abhor. To hate a way of behaving or thinking, often because you think it is not moral. I abhor all forms of racism. Abhor. So abhorrence, it's known, and abhor is verb. It's the noun form. Abhorrence, noun, and abhorrent, adjective form. Abhorrent. His attitude of superiority is abhorrent. Called precise. It's not precise, it's precise. Let's check this one as well. Okay, precise. Pronunciation pause. Just bear with me. Precise. Exact and accurate. The banker's precise location is a closely guarded secret. Okay, and admirably. This was the hardest one to me actually to pronounce, so let's check. Admirably. Okay, it's not admirably. I was wrong, so it's admirably. Admirably. So the US one, admirably. To be honest, the American pronunciation is much easier. Admirably. So it means very well, or in a way that is admirable, deserving respect and approval. I think she coped admirably with a very difficult situation. As an act of instructions, it is admirably concise, admirably balanced mind. So the whole sentence would be this: all emotions, and that one particularly, were abhorrent to his cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind. He disliked all emotions, especially the one just mentioned. It means love. So his mind was logical, controlled, and balanced, so emotions felt unpleasant or wrong to him. Abhorrent means extremely unpleasant, disgusting, hated. Oh, something that's extremely unpleasant. Abhorrent. Okay. Something that's extremely unpleasant. Abhorrence. Okay, formal literary, he couldn't stand. So modern alternative, I think this is a good one to just compare. This one is a literary form, and this one is a modern alternative. Is he couldn't stand. Extremely unpleasant, disgusting, hated. Cold mind, meaning unemotional, detached, not influenced by feeling. Cold. Some synonyms: unemotional, detached, distant, neutral, common metaphor. And precise, it means exact, careful, detailed, accurate, exact, meticulous. And it's neutral. Admirably balanced. So admirably. So admirably balanced, it means well controlled, stable, well organized. Well balanced, stable, steady. So formal admirably adds prize, admirably. That one particularly, especially that emotion. Especially that one, particularly that one, and it's neutral. So all emotions, and that one particularly, known phrase with added emphasis, were abhorrent, past simple passive, past simple passive, meaning were hated, were abhorrent, were unpleasant. So adjective string: cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind. Multiple adjectives. Oh, it's interesting. Multiple adjectives describing one noun. Natural English, dramatic literary tone typical of Victorian writing. Strong adjective: abhorrent, add intensity. The list of adjectives: cold, precise, but admirably balanced, creates rhythm and character depth. That one particularly is a storytelling device to highlight the emotion of the love. Abhorrent. So violence is abhorrent to her. It means it's unpleasant, it's hated. I find dishonesty abhorrent. No one's actually find dishonesty pleasant. It's almost abhorrent or displeasant. The idea was abhorrent to everyone. Cold mind. It's a kind of thing that's related to personality. So he gave me a cold reply. Her cold logic surprised us. He stayed cold and calm during the crisis. Precise. She gave precise instructions. His writing is precise and clean. We need a precise measurement. Balanced. She has a very balanced view of life. His balanced approach helped the team. Try to keep a balanced diet. A balanced diet, it means a diet that actually consists of everything. Carbs and proteins and oils, everything. Particularly, or the American one particularly, I like summer, particularly July. She enjoys music, particularly jazz. But this actually, this is interesting, some interesting point here, because July is summer in the northern hemisphere of the world, but in the southern hemisphere, like Australia, actually July is not summer, it's actually the opposite. It's a kind of winter weather here in Australia in July. He was tired, particularly after work. So useful pattern, old plus known, and that one particularly a strong emphasis, adjective, adjective but adjective plus known, cold, tired but determined man, cold, tired but determined man, where adjective describing a past state, and admirably plus adjective plus price. Pronunciation, abhorrent, stress on horror, abhorrent, abhorrent. Precise, stress on size, precise, precise. Connected speech, cold, precise, and admirably balanced. Precise but often sounds like precise but, precise but. Good, good. I really enjoy this kind of analysis because it gives me a real deep feeling of a pleasant feeling, fulfilling feeling that I'm learning something. That's good. Okay. Alright guys, and that's the end of this part. Continue to the next one when you're ready.